Jacksonville State baseball going to get it cranked up here in 2013 this weekend at Kennesaw State, a 3-game series over there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday afternoons. First of all, you're picked third in the OVC going into this season. Your thoughts on being picked third in preseason in the OVC?
I think it's tough in our league when you start picking who's going to be first, who's going to be last. I know very little about guys that other teams have signed. I feel the same way here. I think a lot of it is kind of how things ended up last year. You got Austin Peay. They were the best team in our league last year, no doubt. Belmont won the Atlantic Sun. They're on top. We've been kind of towards the top of our league a lot of times, and I think because of that, we were picked third. It might be a little high based on what we lost, but that's kind of how the league standings have gone. It means absolute zero.
All right, you go to Kennesaw this weekend. That's a pretty good test to start the season, isn't it?
Well, we got a lot of good tests, and that's good. It's really good, especially for a team that's made up of a lot of new guys. At Kennesaw, they guaranteed we'll see good arms. I mean, we know that. We see it every year. They do a really good job. They have a great amount of people to choose from. It's a very attractive school there. We've had a good series with them. It's been pretty even. So we look forward to that. But they will be good. And then we jump right from there to even another team that was an NCAA team, and UAB the next week, and then I think who is it? SIU after that, and then South Alabama after that. So it's not going to be easy, but I think it'll be good.
You've got a whole lot of new faces. For you and the staff, are you sort of feeling your way along these first few games to determine some things?
There's no question, and I think one of the disadvantages for us this year, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but with our league adding teams and us losing preseason weekends, that hurts us a little bit this year. And so we're going to have to make up our minds a little bit quicker, and I think you could see some changes go even after we start league. And, normally when we start the league, we pretty much got an idea of who's going to do what. I think this year it might go into the league a couple of weeks before we figure it all out.
Have you settled in your starting rotation for the weekend series against Kennesaw?
I have. I think, we're going to go with Shields and Polk and Lipscomb. I feel good about that. They're all new, but I feel good about that. I think that they have earned that, and that's what we told them in the fall, that it was out there. We've lost our starters, and the competition is on who wins it, and I think those guys did.
A lot of rain as of late. Has that hampered you some in preparing to start the season?
Well, there's not a whole lot we can do, and I feel like Kennesaw's probably getting just about the same thing we are, and we've been blessed with some real good weather. We've scrimmaged an awful lot. This is a little bit frustrating, but, when you play baseball in February, you better be aware that weather could be a factor.
I've talked to some of the guys. They're ready. Is it time for you to play somebody in another uniform now?
Regardless of what happens, it's time. There's only so much you can do in practice, and there's only so much you can learn when you're playing each other. And now it's time for us to go play somebody in a different color uniform. There's a winner and there's a loser every day, and see how much we like to compete. Because I think if we enjoy the competition the way that we should, I think we got a chance to be good, if not early, certainly late. But if we're a team that doesn't really like competition, we could be in trouble because we're going to have plenty of it.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Thanks, Mike.
Gamecocks will open the season on the road at Kennesaw. Home opener will be here Tuesday the 19th at Rudy Abbott Field. 3 o'clock start against the Blazers of UAB. Tickets still available. Call the Jacksonville State Athletic Ticket Office at 256-782-8499 or go online at JSUGamecocksports.com to order your baseball season tickets.